Hey, you guys. Hey, Queens. Hey, Queens. Welcome in. My name is Shondra, your faith-based business coach. And today I'm going to be diving into the topic that could literally unlock your next level. Knowing your niche, you guys. Yes, yes. That's what we're going to be talking about. So come on into the room. Come on into the live. I'm going to be sitting here. I'm going to be starting to teach and do series on teaching you guys to help you be better at marketing your online business. So today, like I said, I'm here to literally help you unlock your next level. And you got to know who you're talking to, you guys. If your business feels stuck or unclear, this is the conversation that's going to get you to shift those gears, you guys. So stick with me, grab a notebook, grab your pen, and let's build on purpose, you guys. So come on in the room, you guys. Yeah, I'm like, okay, I'm going to have to try different strategies with my audience, you guys, and I really want to help you win. I actually mentor people inside of my Divine Prosperity Circle group. If you're not a part of that, you guys, you can go over and get on the wait list. But today we're going to be talking about your niche, right? What is a niche and why it matters? So do anybody know what a niche is? Are you confused like most people? If you are, like I said, grab a notebook, grab your pen. That's what we're going to be talking about today, okay? And I'm going to break it down for you. And I just want you to know I'm going to be looking to the left. That's because I have some notes here that I'm going to be going by. And my notes are to keep me on track and to keep me focused, to give you valuable information, okay? So let's just go ahead and break this down. Welcome in, Pamela. Welcome in, Michael. Welcome, welcome. If you are a person that has started an online business and you are learning marketing online, you already have your product, your digital course, your book, anything, you guys, that you're marketing online, it is so important that you know your niche. That's what we're talking about. Go grab your tea, you guys. I got my green tea right here. I got some water over there. I'm going to be with you probably for the next hour. If you've never joined me before, go ahead and just connect with me right up at the top. My name is Shondra. My business is Total Life Change Experience, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and get a sip of this, you guys, because I usually get long-winded. And don't do as I do. TikTok doesn't want you drinking in front of the screen. So this is green tea. See the tea? Okay, so let's get started, okay? Hey, Marianne. Okay, so let's break this down. Your niche. Your niche is a specific focus area for your business. Got it? Write it down. Your niche is a focus area. And the thing with having a niche, you guys, I know you've heard a lot of people talk about they are serial entrepreneurs. Right. Their energy is divided all over the place and they're focused on this and this and this. And they don't see any results in their business because their energy, their focus is divided. Let me tell you, there's a way that you can get to the end of a solution, right? You can either go from A to B, right? Let me just write this down for you. Either you can go from A to B, like this. You can go from A to B, which is the shortest distance to get you to your problem, right? But then you have people that go like this. They start at A, and then they kind of like all kind of turns, and they loop back and B. And they kind of look like this, right? So which one do you look like when you're actually trying to accomplish something? Are you the person that take the shortest distance and you go from A to B? This is focus energy. This is a person who started out the right way, but then they went over here, and they went over there, they went over here, they went over there, because, right? So that's what we're talking about, you guys. Your niche is a specific focus area of your business, right? It is who you serve, the problem you solve, and how you solve it. You got it? Your niche. It is who you serve, the problem you solve, and how you solve it. I'm looking at my notes because I want to make sure I give you proper and valuable information, okay? It's not just your passion. It is where your gifts and someone's needs meet. Let me say it again. It is where your gifts and someone else's needs meet. Got it? It is who you serve, the problem you solve, and how you solve it. Today we're talking about your niche, you guys. This is so important. Let me just give you an example. When I first enrolled in my first program, I was so excited about it. I wanted to tell everybody. I didn't just want to tell everybody, I wanted to help everybody, you guys. Matter of fact, as you're coming in, can you TAP that screen for me? Because this pushes me out in front of other people so that they can get this valuable information. So yes, I started out, you guys, wasn't quite sure on my targeted audience or my niche. I wasn't sure, you guys. I didn't know if I wanted to, be in health and wellness. I didn't know if I wanted to be business. I didn't know if I wanted to be lifestyle, travel, all kind of different niches out there, right? You got business, right? You got all kind of different niches. So when I tell you, we need you to hone in and only choose one. And this is for all, thank you for that. This is for the serial entrepreneurs. Right now, some of you guys aren't winning because you're all over the place. I came out here talking to single mamas. I came out here talking to stay-at-home mamas, empty nest mamas, grandmamas. Y'all was talking to everybody. And let me tell you what the problem is. When you talk to everybody, you end up talking to nobody. So I want you to understand the value of understanding what your niche is when you start a business. This is a part of your blueprint. This is a part of your business plan. So let me repeat that again to you, okay? Your niche is a specific focus area of your business. It is who you serve, the problem you solve, and how you solve it. It's not just your passion. It's where your gifts and someone's needs meet. Got it? It's where your gifts meet their needs. That is your niche, okay? So let's just say God did not call you to serve everyone. Do you agree with that? Put a 1 in the chat if you realize that God did not call you to serve everyone. You are anointed for a specific group of people. Your niche is your assignment. There's a specific group of people that are waiting on you, right? So you can share with them your process, your niche, because that's your audience. Got it? He didn't put us here to talk to everybody. There's somebody for everybody, but there's a specific anointing that you have, a specific story or event in your life that you went through that only you can share with somebody else, and so you can meet them where they are in their problem, right? Got it, okay? Let's go on. And let me just tell you, Proverbs 18:16 says, a man's gift make room for him. Oh, you guys, this is one of my favorite scriptures. A man's gift make room for him. I truly believe that we all have gifts and we all have talents, you guys, and we use our gifts and talents at our jobs every day. We use our gifts and our talents to help our friends, our family. Have you ever been just sitting around and you got a phone call and somebody called you about a situation they had, but they called you so they can get the solution or the answer, right? Call you to get the answer to help them solve their problem. We do it every day. We help other people with their problems all the time. When we answer the phone, when we help them out, when we encourage them, we mentor them, we coach them, right? So this is so important to understand that your gifts will make room for you. And a lot of people, when you operate in your gift, you guys, it's like you're not even working. You ever felt like that? Like when you're really operating in your passion and in your gift, you're not even working. Have you ever struggled? Let me ask you a question. Hey, Orza, come on in. Have you struggled to figure out your niche? Drop a 1 in the chat. If you're a business person, you've sold something, you're trying to offer a service or a product, physical or digital. Have you ever struggled with what is your niche? What is your niche? Have you ever had struggle? If you have, drop a 1 in the chat because I really want to help you hone in on this today. This is what I'm teaching about. I figured, as much information as I know, as I've been in this program for the last 9 months, what I could do is come back and teach you some of the things that I've learned by investing in a high income earning program, by teaching you how important it is to know your niche. It's important to know who you're talking to, because if you don't know who you're talking to, guess what? The algorithm doesn't either. They don't know who to push your content out to. So if you are a business owner, online marketer, you have a course and the algorithm doesn't know whether you're talking, because a lot of people come in and say, I help women, right? But just think about this for a second. There's so many types of women. There's 20-year-old women, 30-year-old, 40-year-old women, grandmothers. We have entrepreneur women. We have single women. We have all kind of women, right? So what you say, let's just for example, what you say the same thing to a 20-year-old woman as you would say to a 50-year-old woman if you were trying to solve their problem. See, I'm a 49-year-old woman. My daughter is 29. And even though we're both adults, we speak different languages. And how she approached me and how I approach her is a little bit different, all because of age. You understand? Understand how you would approach me, for instance, if you were marketing something online to her, you may say, hey, you know what? I got this opportunity for you. You want to make some side money. There's something like a side hustle you want to kick off. Me, you may approach me, a 49-year-old woman, empty nester / wife. Hey, I got this business opportunity for you where you can start to save money for retirement. Maybe you can make some extra money to travel with. See what I'm saying? Different target. We're both women, but that conversation went a little bit different when you were marketing to each person. So your content has to go along with who you're talking to. Me, you're going to be doing something like retirement, travel. With my daughter, you may be, taking her, to the next fashion store, showing her what's trending, music, fashion, style, because she's 29 and that's what's in, right? Right, okay? So yes, you guys, so that is so important. If you had to describe your niche in one sentence, what would you say it is? If you could describe, let me ask you another question. If you could describe or had to describe your niche in one sentence, what would you say? Put it down in the chat so I would love to know. We would all like to share this. This is a teachable moment right now. You're teaching me something, I'm teaching you something because I want to help you narrow it down. I was stuck for a minute, you guys. When I started my program, I wanted to help all women. I remember a phase in my life where after being married for 14 years, I went through a divorce and I became a single mom. And I remember that season being a single mom for 16 years. Now you got to understand, I was married 14 years before I became a single mom. But, and it was easier for me to do this together with another person. But then being a single mom, I was doing everything. I was taking the kids to school. I was cooking the dinners, picking the kids up from school. I was taking the groceries out. Taking the trash out, bringing the groceries in. I was paying all the bills by myself. And that was a pain point for me, you guys, because I realized, wow, the things when you're together with someone, the simple, small things that you kind of take for granted. Right, just a little bit of help as a single mom. So if you're a single mom out there doing it by yourself, listen here, much props to you. I commend you. Keep doing what you're doing. We do what we have to do because that's just what that is. And you're going to make it through this because I did too. But I didn't say it was easy. I had to balance my life. So again, you guys, if you had to describe your niche in one sentence, what would you say your niche is? For me, at this point, after going through the phase of figuring out who do you want to help, and I really had to hone in like women, then I toned in to say single women. And then after single women, I went over to the stay-at-home moms. Because I remember when I was a stay-at-home mom and when I was married, I wanted to help, bring a little money in. I did Mary Kay, I did Avon. Anybody back in the day do any of those affiliate marketings where you just wanted some extra money, Pampered Chef, all those things just to bring in a little money, right? You remember those things? Yeah, even stay-at-home moms. So side hustle and passive income is nothing new to anybody, you guys. We've been doing it for years. Now, how we do it? We do it online. That's the crazy part. We do it online. Let me get over here, you guys. So after months and months of being stuck in this part, I literally had to redo my course a couple times because I could not narrow down what my niche was. So then I decided to go, and I had a friend who told me, maybe your niche should be health and wellness. You know how it is when your friends always try to come in and tell you what they think you're good at and what you think you're better at. And I know where she got the health and wellness from, you guys. The health and wellness came from, my background is nurse. I'm a nurse. So what better platform than to talk about people concerning health and wellness. Eat healthy, drink your water, take your vitamins, exercise. 30 minutes a day, you guys. It's important. Sounds like fun, right? Sounds like fun. And then I'm so gung-ho on helping people with business because business is another area that I feel like I have a strong suit. I've had a brick and mortar business, daycare. I also have a real estate background. So I'm really, really honed at looking at leaders like realtors, coaches, teachers, people that are, self-starters, those lions out there. I'm looking for people that are ready to say, hey, level up. I'm looking for people that don't necessarily need their hand held, but they need to know, what do I need to do? And the people who are like, tell me what I need to do so I can take charge, right? So if you're a person that can follow orders, because I'm a nurse, follow orders. Even when I worked as a realtor, we had rules and regulations, things, we couldn't just do what we wanted to do. We were self-employed, but we had to have fiduciary laws that we had to adhere to work in that environment, right? Just like a nurse. We work in the medical facility, but we take orders from doctors, right? We understand step by step because when you mess up a step, you got to back up and start all over again. You guys, if you're just coming into the live today, I am talking to you about why it matters. Why is it a niche? Why does your niche matter if you're starting an online business and you're marketing online? Why knowing your niche is a game changer in this industry. You guys, there's several niches that you can choose from. Everything from business, like I said, you can choose from finance, health and wellness. You can choose from fitness, lifestyle, travel, relationships, so many. But you only need to choose one. And then you're going to create content based around that niche so you can talk to your targeted audience, okay? And remember, it's not just your passion. It's where your gift and someone's need meet together. That's what your niche is. Okay? What's something people always come to you for advice to help with? Let me ask yourself. I want you to think about it. This is a good one. Think about it. What's something people come to you for advice or help with? You know how your friends call you up and they want to know your advice, and maybe you realize, oh my goodness, all my friends call me when they're dealing with something in their relationships. You haven't had a friend to call you and say, hey girl, let me tell you what happened. Let me tell you what he said and what I said, and you're always giving out relationship advice. Or you got those friends who call you and say, girl, I'm trying to lose 10 pounds. And then you're telling her how you lost the last 10 pounds and what you ate and where you went or something like that, right? Or maybe it's your friend who, I'm trying to put this paper together and I need you to just review this and look over it. Does it sound right, this presentation? Because you got that friend who just knows those skills. She's going to hone in on, this looks right because she's a perfectionist. She sees things that you can't see. She sharpens you in all of those things. Hey, Brenda Sue, come on back in. Hey, DeWan, come on in, you guys. Today I'm teaching about why, and I'm looking at my screen because I took notes, you guys. Why knowing your niche is a game changer. That's what we're talking about today. And I asked a few questions. And this last question here is basically saying, hold on, let me get to it here. What's something people come to you for advice about? Because you're probably already given advice in an area and you already know enough information about it. It's not that you have to go back to school or get a degree in this or anything. This is just where something just comes to you naturally. Like people call me all the time. My friends call me all the time about anything. Like, I don't know. They call me when something's happening because I kind of like flip things and I can make things positive. So they could be going through something that's, not satisfying or doesn't feel good. It could be a breakup. It could be a situation at their job. It could be dealing with their kids. And they'll call me. And as soon as they call me, I'm going to turn it around, you guys. I'm going to, infuse in something that's motivational, something that's encouraging. So my friends call me and they're always going to get encouragement. They're going to get support. They're going to get that positive Shondra. I'm not one of those people who who we're going to say, oh my God, girl, really, really? No, we're not going to have that conversation. I'm all about how to get my friends to the transformation. How do we get them to the other side, which is the change? So you don't want to feel like this? What do we need to do to get you over here? I'm a fixer, and I get it. Sometimes your friends call you and they don't want you to fix their problems. They just want you to listen. And I've had to learn that, you guys. Are you like that? Your friends call you and they just need you to listen, but you're trying to fix their problem. I'm a fixer. Yeah, I'm a peacekeeper, but I'm also a fixer. If that sounds like you, put a 1 in the chat, you guys. I would love to know. I can't be the only one on this live that wants to solve the problem. Like, okay. I got it. I know. Okay, let's fix this. So how we're going to fix this is this. This is what you need to do. And I want to give them the steps to tell them this is what you need to do. Right? No? Follow these steps. Because I'm a problem solver, you guys. And maybe that came from my background as working as a nurse, being a nurse, a supervisor, being an assistant director of nursing. My job required me to problem solve. I had to analytically think within this much time to problem solve. What's the problem? Okay, let's solve it. Right? Because we have a lot of work to do. And sometimes I need to slow down and take that hat off because sometimes my friends just want me to listen. Shondra, we don't need you to fix it. You ever have friends tell you, I don't need you to fix it, I just want you to just listen and be a friend? Yeah, I'm working on that. That's something that I'm working on, Jerica, is being a better friend with just listening it. I want to get my friends to a resolve. When they say they have a problem with money, car, relationships, I want to be the fixer. But then I realized so many people have to go through the process. People have to just learn on their own. And me, I'm like, I don't know, maybe because I've been through so many things in my life. But nevertheless, let's stay on track here because I don't want to make this teaching experience about me, my life, or anything. I was just giving you some examples. Okay? So in this section, we're going to talk about why most entrepreneurs struggle without a niche. Why do you think entrepreneurs struggle without a niche? You're speaking to the wrong audience. Number one, the reason why entrepreneurs struggle is because they're talking to the wrong audience. There's no connection. Knowing who you're talking to connects the people. They're like, oh, they're talking to me. So if you ask me right now, well, who are you talking to? I'm talking to entrepreneurs, leaders, coaches, people who have a business, a physical business, or a business that's online and helping them, and they're just starting out and they're trying to narrow down, beginning entrepreneurs online, helping them narrow down what is their niche. And you only get to choose once. We're not going to do the whole serial entrepreneurial. What I want you to do is master one area. Pick one. If it's lifestyle and travel, if it's finances, if it's business, if it's relationships, right? You get me? If it's health and wellness, okay? If it's, yeah, pick one area that you're going to focus on and you're going to perfect it. What you want to do is you want to have an authority in this area. And I know people are like, that's why I think my friend said health and wellness, Shondra, because you're a nurse. You can talk to people. I have a story that I can tell you. I can have a story, I have many stories. But if I talk about the one that was most recent that happened in my life, it was concerning self-care and the importance of putting yourself first, loving yourself. I'm not talking about being selfish. I'm talking about doing the basic things for your body, like eating right, eating healthy. What you eat, your body will become. Drinking plenty of water, getting enough rest throughout the night, balancing your life, right? Removing the things that are taking away from you, the people and things that are taking away from you, anything that's not adding to you and that is taking away from causing you not to become the person that you're supposed to be. You got to stand back and look at your life, right? I was busy working 72 hours a week, didn't realize it, you guys, in the last 10 years, I literally gained over 100 pounds. Yes. Listen, let me say this again as a nurse. I gained over 100 pounds in 10 years. Now, it came on suddenly. Over time. Can you imagine gaining 10 pounds that first year? Everybody's like, but you cute, girl, you filling out. That second year, nobody really noticed it because I was wearing scrubs, right? The third year, working all of these hours, and I was like, Oh, I'm so tired. I work 72 hours a week. When am I going to find time to exercise? And besides, if you're a nurse on here, if you're a CNA on here, let's just be honest. We think that when we go to work and walk up and down those hallways, that is exercise. We think that when we pick that patient up and lifting and turning and putting them in that wheelchair, that's exercise. No, that is work. I'm talking about exercise that you do for you, right? So 10 years later, I remember going to the doctor and saying, I'm gaining weight. It's so crazy because my doctor said, you're stressed. And I was like, no, I'm not stressed. I'm just a single mom working a lot of hours, paying the bills. I could not see how stress was causing me to gain weight. Now, this is a nurse who know all about, the corticosteroids that your body produces, right? Hi there. Your body produces. And when you're under stress, your body produces these hormones. And when you're not getting enough sleep and you're only eating one meal a day, talk about your body saying, we don't know the next time she's going to feed us. She doesn't get enough sleep. She don't drink enough water. She don't go to the bathroom. She's a nurse. Any nurses on this live that know what I'm talking about, or any CNAs, anybody who work in the medical field know what I'm talking about, drop a 1 in the chat. Because we're so busy serving other people, right? We're so busy serving other people and giving. But we neglect ourselves in the process, which led me to this point in my life. You guys, I started to experience anxiety. It led me to insomnia, sleepless nights. I couldn't sleep when they diagnosed me with anxiety, you guys. It was so crazy. When they diagnosed, this was during the pandemic, I was like, anxiety? I'm a psych nurse. How do I have anxiety, you guys? Y'all, it led me to become a self-published author. I actually created my own journal because I didn't want to take the medicine. Okay, that's another story. Because I'm a nurse and they say nurses and doctors are the worst patients, you guys, we don't like to take medicine. So I was using the word of God to overcome anxiety. Literally created my own journal, you guys. Yeah, I did that. Became a self-published author. Didn't know how to market it though, but it was something that could help me, and I thought it was something that could help each other. You may say, well, what does this have to do with me, Shondra? Get back on the topic, right? I'm telling you how one thing led to the next, one thing led to the next, all of these catalysts, right? And so when I said self-care, do I want to talk about health and wellness? I can. It wasn't until 2023, you guys, I ended up in the hospital for 4 days. Me and my family just got back from Gatlinburg. We were on vacation. I was with my husband. My mother was there. My son, my brother's sibling. It was like 13 of us. We were in this beautiful 3-story cabin over in Pigeon Forge. We had a beautiful mountain view, jacuzzi, you guys. We had the pool. We had like the game room. It was so amazing, Winter. It was beautiful. We went at Christmas time. We were in Gatlinburg. On the way back, I got sick. I didn't feel good. And I thought I was just exposed to something, how you're out and about, Miss Cleo, you're out and about. No, y'all, I came home Christmas Eve and I was like, I think I need to go to the ER. I went to the ER and spent 4 days in the ER, you guys. Talk about life-changing. And this is why people say, well, you have something that you can talk about. I went in there with something that was life-changing, and I had to change my life. I had to choose either medicine or change my diet, change what I was eating, you guys. And I chose the latter. You know what? I'm going to do alternative. Change what I'm eating. I'm going to start to use food as my medicine. I'm going to give my body what it needs to do to restore the proper balance in my body. So that's what I did, Miss Cleo. So when people say, Shondra, you have something that was life-threatening that you overcame. You was the nurse who became the patient. You defied all the odds when they say you were going to be on medication for life. And you don't take any medication for life. When I left that facility, they put me on 1 injection a day. I took it once a day. Y'all, within less than 60 days, my A1C level had dropped back to normal. They took me off that medicine, and I wrote an ebook to tell you all about it. So that could be one of my niche. I can teach people. So ask yourself, what is it something that people call on you about? Hey, Certified Thick, that call on you about, right? That your expertise in already. It could be because you cook the best cake. Girl, give me that recipe again. They always calling you for those recipes. So you have a niche, and it could be eating healthy. It could be cooking recipes. It could be cooking desserts. You understand? So again, you're going to pick one. Another reason why, so remember, one of the reasons why entrepreneurs struggle is they're talking to the wrong people. Number 2, you're creating content that doesn't convert. Yeah. Oh my God. Y'all, I've done that. Y'all looked at the analytics on mine, talking like content that doesn't convert. Okay. We all know that followers is not about the followers, you guys. We want followers who we can convert into our customers or our clients. And we use attraction marketing. We teach you these things, right? The number 4 is you're not positioned as an expert in anything specific. Yeah. And I noticed that about myself. Maybe they're like, what is she talking about, Rose? What is she talking about, Renee? Like she's all over the place. No, you guys, when I come on here, I talk about marketing programs and e-courses. And I'm telling you what I've learned. In one of my modules, several of my modules, they talk about niche. So many, y'all, when we go live on a Zoom, you'd be so amazed at how many people, no matter how many times we have a meeting and nobody, 50% of the people in there do not know who they're talking to. They have a product and they have an already done for you business. They have an already done for you course and they don't know who they're talking to. And some people just talking. Just come make money. Come make money. I'm going to show you how to make money using your phone and Wi-Fi. But if they don't know who they're talking to, listen, you're going to end up talking to nobody and you're going to frustrate yourself. It's frustrating, right? So this is an important area module that every business needs to know. Who am I serving, right? The basic core. Remember, it is who you serve, the problem you solve, and how you solve it. Y'all, niche. Who do you serve, the problem you solve, and how you solve it? With a product or service, right? And you're in business, right? Okay. So y'all wrote that down. So this is what we're talking about. What is a niche and why it matters? Your niche is a specific focus area of your business. It is who you serve, the problem you solve, and how you solve it. It's not just your passion. It is where your gift meets someone else's needs. Your gift meets someone else's needs. Okay, let's keep going here. You feel overwhelmed or trying to do everything for everyone? Oh my goodness, this is a good one. This is a good one. Have you ever felt overwhelmed trying to do everything for someone? I'm giving you the 4 reasons why entrepreneurs struggle with the niche. 1, speaking to the wrong people, no connection. Number 2, you're creating content that doesn't convert. Number 3, you're not positioned as an expert in anything specific. Number 4, you feel overwhelmed trying to do everything for everyone. That has been me so many times. And then because you're trying to do everything for everyone, you feel unproductive and you feel burnt out. Okay, so say, trying to speak to everyone will burn you out and blur your brand. Let me say that again. I'm probably talking to myself. Trying to speak to everyone will burn you out and blur your brand. But when you narrow your focus, you can increase impact and your income. You understand that? When you narrow your focus, you get honed in on who you're talking to, you can, and it increases your impact and your brand. Let me tell you, this is another one. Another example. If you don't know, I used to be a realtor for 17 years before I became a nurse. And as a realtor, when I first came out, I wanted to sell houses to everybody. Remember, I told you, when you want to do something to everybody, you end up helping nobody. I had to narrow it down. So as a realtor, I had to decide, do you want to be a buyer's realtor or a seller's realtor? Because even though they're both selling homes and one is a buyer, one is a realtor, you're going to specialize in this, right? You're going to specialize in which one? Then you get to decide, well, do I want to sell pre-existing home or do I only want to sell new home construction? You understand? Are you following me? This is me being a realtor trying to decide and narrow down. I decide I want to work with the buyers, right? Initially, work with the buyers, and what I wanted to specialize in is new home luxury sales. So I wasn't selling everybody else's home. I only wanted to sell luxury new homes to buyers. That's it. And when I honed in, all those people who were looking for pre-existing homes, all those people who were looking for ranch style Victorian already built and done for you homes, that wasn't me. I was looking for clients who wanted a brand new house. We're going to start at the bottom down. We're going to go pick out the lot together. We're going to get approved. We're going to find a builder that's going to build your dream home. And I'm going to watch you go through this whole process. That was me. I love new homes. And I'll tell you why. My background was my first home was built from the ground. My first home, I was 22 years old, married with a daughter. Our first home was built from the ground, Miss Cleo. Hi, Margaret. Thank you for joining in. And because I was so fortunate and blessed as a young person to be 22 years old, one of the first people in my family to get a house built from the ground at a very young age, you guys, I wanted other people to share that experience. I was like, this is all you got to do. Getting an apartment is easier than getting a home is easier than getting an apartment. Never thought about that, have you, in America? It really, truly is. It really is a step-by-step process. Right? When I realized getting a home was easier than getting an apartment, I wanted to help so many people who had never had that experience. So I went into an industry of helping new people, helping people who thought they weren't qualified. So you see how I narrowed in? I became a buyer's representative selling, right, brand new luxury homes. And then it flipped. I did that for several years and was successful. Then I flipped over. And then I said, I'm going to work for the builder. I'm the seller now, working for the seller, the builder. So I got a job working for this builder, and now I promote their product, their brand new luxury home. I have 14 different models you can choose from. And my goal was to help. Again, I was still in the new home industry, but now I was working for the builder. You see the difference when you narrow it down? Because now I'm a realtor, but what do? And even in nursing, in nursing, there's a lot of nurses. We come out of school and you have nurses that specialize, Tracy. We have nurses that specialize in psych, geriatric, orthopedic, cardiovascular, right? We have nurses that specialize in all kind of things, right? Because when you get out, they're all nurses. We have some nurses that want to teach. And this is the importance of knowing your niche and where you're good at. Because where you're good at, you're going to be successful, right? Maybe you're a nurse, you're a physical therapy nurse, rehab nurse, right? Maybe you're a behavioral health nurse. Maybe you're a school nurse and you want to be at the schools, right? Maybe you want to be a nurse and you want to work for State Farm or work for an insurance company, more like a corporate nurse. Right? Maybe you want to work for be a nurse in the military. Just because you're a nurse, there's so many opportunities. Those are niches. Okay, you're a nurse, but what type of nurse? Right. Okay, got it? So, and again, I'll list those again for you. Why most entrepreneurs struggle without a niche. You're speaking to the wrong people. You're creating content that doesn't convert. You're not positioned as an expert in anything. You feel overwhelmed and trying to do everything for everyone. And then you'll become burnt out and you will blur your brand. But when you narrow in on your focus, you increase your impact and your income. Now let's talk about your audience. Ask your audience. Have you ever felt, let me just say this, have you ever felt like you're talking and no one is responding? It's kind of how I'm in this live. No one's responding. Have you ever gone live and you felt like no one was responding? They're just scrolling by. Yeah, who's she talking to? She's just talking. It's funny because if you're trying to go live, how are you doing? Thank you so much. I'm doing great. Thank you so much for that. I had someone come in my live and said, nobody's listening to you. You're talking to yourself. I'm going to tell you guys, once you make up your mind to come into this online space, you're not showing up. Initially, you're showing up because it's your business and you're the CEO. And if you don't show up for your business, who will? So you have to make up your mind. I got to open up my business. Y'all, today I'm open. This is my business. This is what I do. Today I'm teaching. Most of the days, my money-making skills only take about 2 hours a day. But today I decided to come on and give you all some extra and teach you, if you're thinking about starting a business, the basis of a business. Yeah, you can have a product, but if you don't know who your perfect customer is, your targeted audience, you could have bought something that people don't even need. So you want to make sure you do your research, right? You want to make sure you do your research. So I had this one guy come in here and he said, you're talking to nobody. And I'm thinking, I'm talking to you. He actually was going back and forth with me for 5 minutes. I'm like, thank you for telling me that. But part of the times, I truly believe that if you're talking about going live, whether it's TikTok shop, let me just encourage you for a second. And this is a little bit off the subject of your niche, but if you're going live and you want to be a part of TikTok shop, or if you want to become a grow host room or a live host, right? Listen, you're going to have people that's always going to be coming into your live. You got to just make up your mind. It comes down to making a decision. And when you make a decision, remember, you're showing up for you and you're showing up for your perfect ideal customer. And you just know that everybody is not your customer. And for those people that want to come in and bully and say mean things to you, that's what the block button is for. I mean, you don't have to, engage with things like that. You can keep going. Don't let that take away from you doing a good thing and serving people. Because it takes boldness to go online, to talk in front of people that you can't see, that you have never met before. And me, as much as I talk, and I don't have a problem with talking to people in front of me, but it took me some time to build up the confidence. It wasn't to talk to people that I can't see. I'm very comfortable talking to people that are right in front of me, that I can read your body language and that I can actually see. So trust me, for those of you who have gone live and are thinking about going live, whether it be because you have a product you want to promote, whether it's TikTok shop, listen, stay with it, go live, turn the button on, go live, give yourself 10 minutes, show yourself grace. Yeah, give yourself grace. And just remember, during the time when you're talking to yourself, listen, it's practice. It's practice so you can get better. It's practice so you can get more confident and more comfortable with what you're going to say to people. Because trust me, when 100 people or 50 people come into the room, or 200 people, you're going to be sitting there like, oh my goodness. And the words will be flying past you and you're trying to catch hold of everybody. Yeah. So right now, when you have just one person in the room, talk to that one person. Make them feel special. You're here for the one. God left 99 and went after the one. The one person that showed up, the one person that keep popping in and popping back out. Keep talking as if you're talking to that one person. That one person, just think if you could help one person a day. That's how I start my lives, thinking, you know what, if I'm just talking to one person, that's wonderful. Because the only other person left in this house with me right now is my dog, Bella. And she just be looking at me. She just be looking at me. So show up and just remember, you're in practice and you're getting ready for what's about to come. Remember, show yourself grace. You are becoming a person that you've never become before. And who would have known we would be on social media using our phone, learning how to market and make money online? Nobody told us. No one could have prepared us for this. But y'all, I'm here to tell you, I'm ready for it. I'm here. I'm showing up. I'm here to encourage you and help you get out there. Okay? So let's keep going, okay? Let's see here. What would you change in your business if your message hit the right people? Okay? This is a question for you guys. The first one was, have you ever felt like you were talking to no one and no one's responding? And thank you, that person who said hello to me. What would you change in your business if your message hit the right people? Oh my goodness, that's a good one. What would I change? Oh my God. Because I asked myself that. What would I change? Like, I don't know. What I want, okay, let me just say this for you. When I started to make sales and make more money, when I got out of making 3 figures and I started making 4 figures, what I wanted to change was I wanted to have a better connection with the people that had invested in a product from me. So what I did was I created a safe space. I created a community for them so they can have direct access to me. Even though they have my personal email, we have a safe place, a community outside of TikTok where they can go and ask questions. We can collaborate. It's called the Divine Prosperity Circle. So the question for me, and you may not be there yet, but just think about it. What would change in your business if your message hit the right people? Because I'm thinking my business is growing, my connections are growing, and I want to have a better, I want to be able to help you. I don't want you to think that you're in business by yourself. You're gathering information from me, and I understand the power of a collective group, and I also understand the power of iron sharpens iron. I don't always desire to be the smartest person in the room, you guys. I want to look up and say, I'm learning from you and you and you. Because as long as I'm learning from other people, I'm getting better and better. You guys, you always want to be teachable, right? Okay. Here's 3 simple questions. I'm going to help you. Okay, you got listen, y'all. Get your pen out. Get your notebook out, you guys. Remember, We're going to go from here to here, A to B. So I want you to focus. I want you to pick one niche. We don't want to go from here to here and have to do all of this, and we don't know why our business is not working, why we're not making money. So this is the goal, from A to B in the shortest distance span, right? So I'm going to give you some area. Hey, Val. Simple questions to help you find your niche. So number one, let's start. What are you passionate about helping people with? Let me say it again. What are you passionate about helping people with? Drop it down in the chat, because I would love to know. Listen, you guys, I want this teaching. I'm teaching it, but I want it to be interactive. And I know you're scrolling, but if you have a moment, think about it. If you've ever been a leader, you've ever been a teacher, you've ever been someone where your friends are always calling you, what are you passionate about helping people with? You know, I always ask my beautician, like, she does hair. I'm like, do you really love to do hair? Like, this is what you do all day long. Y'all didn't go see her. I have an appointment next week. Is it next week? It's been a story, y'all. I've had a lot of things happen in my life, so I'm dealing with this part. Y'all bear with me with this look. But she has to be really, really love what she do to stand and actually wash and do women's hair all day. What are you passionate about helping people with? Oh, goodness. Y'all, these questions are for me. I don't know about you, but this is really helping me. This is an assignment that I've done for myself, but every time I go here, it makes me think, because we're constantly growing. Like, for me, what am I passionate about? What are you passionate about helping people with? I would say for me, I want people to be successful. I want people to win. I want people to create the life that they believe they deserve. I truly believe that there's more to life than going to work for other people, paying bills, and going home and doing it on repeat, rinse and repeat. I truly believe that we can create the life that we want, and that does take planning, that does take time, and that means you have to be intentional about your life, because you can look up and the years have passed and you'll say, what have I accomplished in my 20s? What did I do with my 30s? They be out of debt. Thank you. That was one of mine. Believe it or not, a year ago, I was thinking, Rose, if I can just get rid of my student loans and finish paying off this car. That's how I even got over here online. I saw an opportunity, you guys. And I was like, if I can make an extra $1,000 a month using my phone, I will take that money. I promise. I was like, Lord, I promise. God said, don't be promising, make your yeses, yeses, and your no's, no's. But I was like, if you just bless me with $1,000, I'm going to get out of debt. Because I felt like when I would go to work and I would work 80 hours, or no, y'all, for me, it was 72 hours a week. 72 hours a week. That's like 100 and, what is that? 52 hours? No, 144 hours a month, right? Did I do it right? 144 hours a month, right? No, that's wrong. That's wrong. Y'all do the 72 hours a week. Y'all multiply that for me. I don't have a calculator. It's a lot of time. It's like working 2 full-time jobs. I would feel like my money was gone. And as soon as I would make it, I would have to help my 2 kids in college. And because I had that car note, and I had that, my car note is over $450. And then I was paying $450 to $500 on my student loans. That was almost $1,000 to 2 bills. And I had not bought any groceries. I hadn't put any food in my car. I couldn't plan to go to the movies, go out and do anything. That $900 that I was paying to debt, because it's something that I owed, you guys. Hi, Lisa. So for me, Rose, you're right. For me, it all started with, how can I make extra $1,000? I'll do this for 2 years until I pay it down. And if I make more, all that money is going over there, right, Kay? So I started this with the opportunity of, I'm going to make a small investment, because it would have been easier. I could have just went to the mall and got a side hustle job. I could have got a second job as a nurse, working PRN. But I kept thinking, how much more time are you willing to give? Because you got to understand, when you get a certain age, your time is important, Tiara. Your time is important, Tania, right? Y'all don't know how old I am. I'm 49 years old. I probably got more years behind me than in front of me. Time is important. What you do with it, who you spend it with. So for me, I kept thinking, I can go get a second job, but then I won't be able to spend as much time with my family, much time with my kids on the weekend. And now with my grandbaby coming, I was like, no. So when I saw this opportunity where I can use my phone and make money from home, online, all I need is a phone and Wi-Fi. and I need a product with an automated system, y'all. That was a game changer for me. But let's keep going. So I ask you, what are you passionate about helping others with? I want to see you win. I want to see you successful. I want to see you change the trajectory of your life, your finances. I want you to create a life around your lifestyle. Yeah, I really truly do. I really believe that everyone can have this. And everybody may not want this, and it may not be for you. You may love your job. You may love what you do. And there's nothing wrong with that. But there's so many people who are like, I've been there, done that. If you've worked 20, 25, 30 years, and you're like, listen, I've been working since I was 12. For me, it's since I was 15. You add the years before I became 15. Listen, I'm ready to do something for me. Something where I can create a business, make money around what I love to do. Okay, number 2. What problems have you overcome that others are still struggling with? Oh my God. Yes, yes, yes. Let me say it again. What problems have you overcome that others are still struggling with, you guys? Yeah, simple questions to help you find your niche. The first one was, what are you passionate about helping people with? Number 2, what problems have you overcome that others are struggling with? Woo-wee, yeah. This could be a good one. And because if you think about your life experiences, you guys, there's been some things that you've already overcome that somebody else is just going through or just coming out of, right? I started clearing my debts bit by bit. Yes. Well, that's what I'm doing right now, Rose. I feel you. I started clearing my debt bit by bit. Thank you. Yes. I mean, I was working on my debt before, but I figured if I wasn't like honed in on it, I wanted to be completely out of debt by the time I turned 50. You guys, I turned 50 this December. I did not want to take student loans and car notes into my 50s unless I just truly had to. And now that I'm going to be a grandmother in the month of May, you guys, I want that free money to do things for my grandson, you guys. So I'm looking at that's money. That's a Disney cruise. That's a vacation. I could take him camping, take him to the mountains. I'm thinking about all the things that I could be doing with my grandson if I had that extra money, right? So yes, what problems have you overcome? Let me see. Let me think about it. Put down a problem. Maybe you went through a breakup, a bad relationship, something that you can help somebody else overcome. Maybe you got laid off from your job and you can help somebody else transition, right? What problem have you overcome, right? Maybe you were dealing with anxiety and sleepless nights. What did you do? Maybe you gained weight and you lost weight. What did you do and how did you do it? See, it's something that you got to be passionate about, right? Another one is, who is already asking you for help? Y'all, this is going to answer your question. Think about the people around you in your circle right now. Who is already asking you for help? Who's asking you? What friends and family members, coworkers? Who ask you for help all the time in certain areas? And you're giving out information for free. See, it just comes naturally to you. My friends usually call me because they know, listen here, we're going to pray. We're going to get the word of God in this. We're going to laugh about it. We're going to tell he can't win. We have joy. We have victory. Yes, because they know if they call me, yeah, that's kind of how that's going to go. Like, oh no, we're going to get right back on the positive side of things. Because to me, I know that things is about the mindset. It's about, and feelings are just feelings. You can feel that way for a moment, but then you can make up your mind not to feel that way no more. It's kind of like when somebody come at you and you be like, okay, you trying to steal my joy? Oh, not today. No, you're not going to steal my joy today. And once I make up my mind about that, there is nothing you can do about it. Matter of fact, when I make up my mind to love you, there's nothing you can do about it. I just want you to know, when I say I love you, ain't nothing you can do about it. Just, you can be mad, you can be glad, but ain't nothing you can do about it. Because I done made up my mind about you. Yes, Lil Tekka. Yes, Tony. Yes, what is it? Salima? I can't get it right, Jackson. I'm going to get it right. Hey, Sherry, come on in, you guys. We are talking about finding your niche, you guys. If you're in business, you're in digital marketing, you've taken a course, and you're still confused about who is my target audience, what is my niche, I'm helping you solve it right now. Okay, let's keep going. Let's find your niche right now. Okay, this is what I want you to do. I want you to type this comment. I help blank do or achieve so they can blank. I help blank do this or achieve so they can blank. Y'all got that? Let me write it in. Let me write it in the chat. So hold on. Let me get over here. I got another phone here. I'm gonna write it in the chat for you guys. Let's just see here. Okay. Okay, let's just write that down. This is the question that you're gonna ask people, okay? So let me write it down for you. Welcome in. This is my other page. If y'all wanna connect with me, I'll just write it in the, I help. Okay, let's see here. Oh no, it went away. Hold on. I'm trying to type it in here. I help blank. Hold on. Do achieve what so they can blank. Give me a second. Okay, so that's the sentence right there, okay? I help blank do what? Okay, there it is. Let me pin this to the top. Let's see how to, y'all, I'm pinning this stuff because I don't know how to pin stuff, right? How do you pin stuff, you guys? Who knows? How do you pin that up there? Pin. So that's the question, you guys. I'm going to help you narrow down, right? I'm going to help you narrow down who your niche. I help blank do or achieve what so they can blank. Okay, I help women learn marketing skills so they can make money online. I'm a fitness trainer. I help people who want to eat healthy. So I help people who what do blank. I help women meal prep so that they can have more time to spend with their family. Get it? Does that make sense to y'all? Does that make sense? Okay. I help blank to achieve blank so that they can. So you want the transformation, right? You want the transformation. So your problem should be a solution. Your solution should be help them with their problem. Did I say that right, you guys? Come on, y'all. Bear with me here. Got it? Let me go back up here and find it. Let's go right here. Now pin it one more time. It's only up there for 60 seconds. So, okay. Got it? Okay. One more thing. Example, I help moms start online businesses so that they can create freedom and daily income. Does that make sense? I help moms start online businesses so they can create freedom and daily income. Okay? Does that make sense? So when you're finding your niche, you're going to make it simple. You want it to make it so simple that a person like a 5th grader, 4th grader can understand it. Okay? Because if they can understand it and you can understand it, you understand that means you like if you wrote it down, you're like, okay, I don't know what I'm doing. That's how the algorithm feel. That's how people see you when you go live. They don't know who you're talking to. So when you put I help moms or I help stay-at-home moms, I help single moms. You can even define that niche even a little bit more. I help empty nest mothers, right? I help Gen X mothers. I help baby boomer mothers, right? So this is the thing that I'm talking about. Start an online business so they can create freedom and daily income. Okay? So if you're really ready, you guys, if you're ready to get clear on your niche and stop spinning your wheels, I want to invite you to join Divine Prosperity Circle, you guys. That is my mentorship group. And I normally only allow people in this group when they invest in one of my marketing programs. I promote and sell online digital courses and programs. And today, what I'll do for you is if you invest in the Legacy Builder 2.2, we have 4 different programs you can choose from, or you decide to get the Marketing Mastery Essentials, which is a mini course with 50 ebooks in it. Either one of those, you guys, you get to be a part of my Divine Prosperity Circle where you can learn more skills, more tactics to help you be successful with your business. I basically become your personal mentor. And along with being your mentor, you get connected to my $1 million mentor. The reason why I have a $1 million mentor, you guys, because that's my goal. And I'm going to surround myself with people where I'm trying to go. Yes, you guys. So what I've taught, what I've learned in my program is One, the program or course that you invest in is going to determine where you go. You know that who you surround yourself with, your environment, understanding the importance of coaching and mentorship. You may be thinking that the coaching program or the program to learn how to market is so important, but you know what? The teaching, the mentorship, and the coaching, because I understand that this is 90% of my business. And because you want to surround yourself around people who have already done it. I've invested in many courses. I've invested in many courses and programs. I'm going to tell you what sets the difference is your environment, who you surround yourself with, like-minded people, and you also got to plug in. You got to be teachable. You want to be surrounded around people who are going to hold you accountable and say, hey, let's do this. I'm not going to post the content for you, but I'm going to cheer you on and say, you did that. You did a great thing. Keep going. You went live? Oh my goodness. So what I do for people is, in addition to, because I've heard the stories of people saying they invested in a product and they never heard from the person they purchased from before. So when you invest in a program from me, you get to be a part of my Divine Prosperity Circle for life, you guys. You get to be a part of, in addition to my mentorship, and where I talk about things like this inside of my group as well. Yes, you get to be a part of it. Our community now, it is faith-based. It is all women. We're walking in purpose, and we're building profit with clarity and a strategy, and we use automations, you guys. I'm teaching you how to scale your business to have more time and freedom to find stable income through passive automated systems, you guys. And then you can make money while you're sleeping. That's what we do. You guys, it's been great today. Like I said, I'm going to write these notes down. I'm going to just give you a review one more time. Today we talked about, let's just go back over it again. We're talking about unlocking your next level, knowing your niche. If you're feeling stuck and unclear, the conversation that goes on to shift things right, we're going to stick with me. You grabbed your notebook, you did all those things. So let's just run through it real quick. What is a niche and why it matters? Number one, your niche is a specific focus area for your business. Number two, it is who you serve, the problem you serve, and how you solve it. Number three, it's not just your passion, it's where your gifts and someone needs meet. Got it? God didn't call us to serve everyone. You are anointed for a specific group of people. Your niche is your assignment, okay? A man's gift makes room for him. Proverbs 18:16. These are some things I want you to think about, right? Have you struggled to figure out your niche? If you have to describe your niche in one sentence, what would it say? What's something people always come to you for advice to for you to help them with? Okay? Why do most entrepreneurs struggle without a niche? Number one, let me break it down. You're speaking to the wrong audience. It's wrong people, no connection. Number two, you're creating content that doesn't convert. Number three, you're not positioned as an expert in anything or your specific niche, right? You feel overwhelmed trying to do everything for everyone. That's 4. Remember, you guys, trying to speak to everyone will burn you out and blur your brand. But when you narrow your focus, you increase your impact and your income. Okay, guys? Thank you for that. Okay, so simple questions. Write this down. Listen, take a screenshot of me. Come back, you guys. 3 simple questions to find your niche. Number 1, what are you passionate about helping people with? Number 2, what problems have you overcome that others are struggling with? Number 3, who is already asking you for help? Look at your DMs, your comments, your messages. Think about it when people call you. What are they already calling you about and asking you questions about? Okay. And remember that question that I had for you? That question about, I'm going to help you find your niche. You type this out. I help blank to do or achieve this so that they can this. Listen, your clients want transformation. They want shortcuts. They want access, right? So this is an example. I help moms start online businesses so that they can have freedom, they can create freedom and daily income. That's what I do, you guys. Okay? Is that simple enough? And like I said, right now I have Legacy Builder 2 over there, 4 different streams of income. It's an already done for you automated system, you guys. You can go over and look at my page. It's going to ask you for your email. Go over there and check it out, you guys. I'm not going to take you over there because you know what? The people who are serious, I'm going to be honest with you. The people who are serious know what they want and they know what they need. Now, whether they're ready to make that decision today sets you apart from the people that are already doing this in this space. So I'm going to tell you where it is, and it's up to you if you want to go over there. It's going to ask you for your email because in business, everybody asks for your email and your phone number. When you put that in, you're going to click here. There's going to be a box that opens up. You're going to tap my face again. It's going to take you right to my TikTok page, you guys, or screenshot a picture of me now, total life change experience, so you can come back and find me. Right? Remember this, when you start your business, it takes your perfect customers to see you at least 7 to 12 times, you guys. I know I got mentors in my class. They posted 4 posts. Nobody saw me. I'm like, nobody knows you. You just launched your business. You don't even have a brand yet. Nobody knows what you're selling. They don't know what you're talking about. It's just that they're scrolling. They didn't see you. They don't even know what you're about yet. Give yourself time. So for the serious people, you're going to go over there. You're going to put your name in the box. You're going to at least look at my website. You're going to meet my millionaire mentor. She's going to talk to you for about 5 or 10 minutes. If you know you don't need to talk to her and I've given you enough value about what I'm learning in my community, you guys, you can press forward, scroll down. You're going to get 4 options to make up to 4 different income streams. We have 4 different bundles starting at $100, $300, $600 and $900. Our $900 Legacy Builder 2.0, it gives you 4 streams of income, you guys. And it's the most popular because people come in, they're like, you know what, while I'm learning, I can earn. It comes on a payment plan. I offer Affirm and Afterpay. But I'm going to tell you, I had a friend of mine, we were on the phone the other day, like a week ago. And she said, you know, why is it that we don't have any business? And why are we the last one? Why is it so hard for us? And when I say us, I'm pointing at myself to have a business. Everybody owns businesses, right? We go get our nails done. We know they have the business. We go get our hair done. They got the business. We go buy clothes from another person's business. We buy groceries from another person's business. But when it comes to us, we're lacking in all of these areas. We are low on the pardon, right? Because we don't want to invest. We think that things are going to be given to us for free. You can't start a business without making a small investment in your business. And I'm going to tell you, from being a realtor and having my own daycare business back in the past, when I started that business, I invested $25,000 in that business. When I've invested to start an online business, y'all, let me tell you, all you need is a phone and Wi-Fi, because if you're looking for me, you already have that. Then if you don't have a product, you need a product. You need a product. And the reason why I highly recommend getting an already done for you product that has been proven. There's over 50,000 people who have invested in the program that I'm talking about, and they're winning in the game. Over 50,000. It's been proven. So what do you promote? Education. It's an e-learning program that teaches you marketing, how to sell or promote anything online with an automated system. It's like a business in a box. It's already done. It's already branded. But it teaches you even how to brand yourself. Because once you get the authority and you learn the marketing skills, you guys, it doesn't matter what you have, what you create. You can create this book like I did and go on and get your website and put your books on there like I did and market your passion. But if you don't have anything to begin with, you got to start somewhere. It would be no problem for you if I told you, hey, there's a franchise over there. Starbucks is giving it away. Because Starbucks is branded and you know that they do business, you wouldn't have any problem because you know you're investing in a business that's winning already, right? That's why I tell you to do your research. Do your research and know not what's trending, what has been proven. Chick-fil-A has proven. Certain companies, you don't even have to know. Walmart, Target, TikTok Shop, Swamazon, they are proven. So what you want to do is when you're starting out with a business online and nobody knows you, you're just starting your brand, you want to attach yourself to something that's winning until you learn the skills. And when you learn the skills, you can do like I did. You can go out and you can produce. Hold on. Then you can come back out with all your things that you're passionate about. I make journals and I make devotional journals. I make notebooks, faith-based, you guys. Blessings are coming my way. See, I've created all of these. I make self-care devotional. This is about stress. This is about anxiety. I've created my own products. And now because I'm branding myself, right? You see the process? Not only that, you guys, I am becoming my mentor. No, I haven't made the money the millions that she's made, but you guys, everybody had to start somewhere. First, they had to make up their mind. They had to make a decision. And then we all started with zero. But isn't it great that you don't have to start by building your own product and you don't even know if it's going to work? You don't even know if it's going to work. You spend 2 years trying to come up with an idea and you don't know if it's going to work. And then you don't even have an audience. You don't even know what your niche is. So with this, we give you the e-learning program that you can promote. Now you may be saying, well, I don't want to promote it. I just want to learn the marketing skills because I already have an idea. I actually make t-shirts, or I make candles, or I teach piano lessons, right? But you need the marketing skills to get in front of 5 billion people that are on social media. Well, you can do that as well. There's 3 different buyers who invest in our program. A person who already has an existing business or product. The second person is a person who doesn't have a product. So the program becomes your product. And then the third person, you guys, that's a person that has an idea, but they don't know how to put the pieces together. They don't know how to take the idea out of their head, get the business plan and the blueprint, right? And then they need the mentoring and the coaching, you guys. Let me tell y'all something. I said $900 investment. That is nothing. My phone is $900. You'll say, well, that costs a lot. You probably have a TV in your house that costs more than one of my programs. Like I told you, I have the 100, the 300, 600, and 900. You get to come in at what level you want and you can upgrade. Oh, yes. And there is a one-time fee for your website because you need something to host your product on. Now, you got to understand, once you get your product, you're gonna get your product in your website. We like to call that your automated system, y'all. That's your freedom machine. Once you put it in there, then we're gonna teach you how to post 3 pieces of content a day. We're gonna teach you how to master the 2-hour workday, right? Teach you how to master the 2-hour workday. That's where you're gonna use email marketing. You're gonna use content creation marketing, social media marketing, you guys. You post content literally to let them know your store is open. You post content to let them know how this has changed your life. What are you learning? Like I just told you, talked about niche. Tomorrow we're going to talk about your targeted audience. See, your niche is like your industry, right? What do I want to talk about, right? Your niche is like business, right? Or relationships, or health and wellness, travel, lifestyle, right? That's your niche. Now, tomorrow we'll talk about your targeted audience. I'll go more in depth with you to help you hone in. Who do you really want to help? And the crazy part is we so overthink this and get in the weeds about this. Y'all, your target audience is probably going to be somebody just like you. It's going to be somebody like you. You're like, I want to help myself. Yeah. So when you start to tell your why, Barbara, when you start to tell your why, like why I started this, I was in debt, I was overwhelmed, I was frustrated with my job, living paycheck to paycheck. I wanted more time freedom. I wanted to be able to be home on the weekends. I was tired of working 72 hours a week, but I couldn't find anything to let up. I would have been still working a second job, but instead I invested in a program that gave me back my life. And when I made my first $1,000, you guys, I realized, oh my goodness, when then I made my first $4,000, when I made my first $7,600, y'all, I realized at this moment, okay, this is bigger. This can literally replace my job. I came in this thinking I just need to make an extra $1K. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I've been to the casino before in the past. I'm not a person that go to the casino because in Texas, we don't have casinos, but in Vegas. You remember how you go down to the casino and you always have this prayer? Shouldn't pray in the casino. I just want to win a little bit. I'm not trying to be rich, and I don't have to be. If I could just be blessed with $500, $1,000, I'll be happy. We have a lot of people like that. If I could just be blessed with just a little bit, right? Sound like you? Yeah, that's how a lot of people go in there. I'm like, I want to win. So, y'all, when I came over here and I realized it could really change my life, I have replaced my nursing income. I do this. I wouldn't call myself a digital marketer. What I call myself is I'm an entrepreneur. And what I do now is I help people who want to take their life experiences and their knowledge, and they want to teach to other people. if you're a woman, let me tell you, if you're a woman and you're 45 or 50, you have a duty and you have a due diligence. You have at least 30 years of knowledge and experience, right? That you can go back and you could be a consultant, you could be a coach. If that is something that you're interested in, go over and get on my mailing list. Go over right here and tap on my face, get on my mailing list so I can talk to you about me helping you become a coach in your niche. You guys, and starting your consulting or coaching business, that is something that I'm coming out with. I want to help women. Listen, we got enough skills, enough knowledge behind us. Like I said, the young girls, we have a skill that we can go back and help them. Did you not realize that the coaching industry, you guys, by using your knowledge, your life experiences to help other people, your story is going to become your message. Your story, your life story is going to become your message. And that message is going to open up opportunities for you. Yes, I'm so excited about the power of social media. I'm so excited about being able to use our phone. We live in a wonderful time. We live in a time where we can go all around the world globally, you guys. It is phenomenal. If you're sitting back talking about I'm an introvert, listen here. Turn the camera around, put some music on, and hold your head down. I don't care what you got to do, but you got to get into this online space because you're missing out. And I'm really, really honing in on Christian women over 40, over 50, you guys. Learn a new skill. Cross over. We're there. I know you've been going to work doing what you've been doing, and you're probably tired anyway. You probably done maybe even got a diet. You're just like, I've been doing this for years, and ain't nothing changing, nothing letting up. How long are you going to keep going to that place every single day and nothing is changing? You know, you have the ability to create the life that you desire. You have the ability to create the life, not just a dream. You can make it your reality. That's exactly what I've done, you guys. And I hope that this has blessed you all today. If anybody is looking to invest in one of my programs, let me know. Drop a 1 in the chat. Tell me which one. I got the Marketing Mastery Essentials, which is a 3-hour mini course with 50 ebooks, you guys. And then and that's a one-time price, $100. And then I have Legacy Builder 2.0. That comes with my mentor, you guys, my $1 Million Mentor. Let me tell y'all, you may be saying the $900 bundle, you get 8 bonus courses with it, you guys. You can go over there and look on my website. If you're serious, you're going to go to my website and you're going to check it out. That's where you're going to, listen, that's where you're going to see all the things that you get, because when you're spending that type of money, you want to be able to see on paper, like, what is it that I'm getting? You want to be able to read it for yourself. I'm sharing with you some of the things that we're learning, but if you don't even take the time out to go over to the website to see at least what you're getting, right? The classes and it's taught by video. It's taught by video. We have live webinars, we have Zoom meetings, we have coaching, we have mentorship. You guys, for $900, let me break that down for you. If you were to pay $900 in 365 days to pay it off, that is approximately $2.40 a day. $2 in 1 year, you're done. $2.40. My program costs less than a cup of coffee a day. That's how I see it. People pay for what they want. People pay for what, not always what they need, what they want. What I know about people is they'll keep on complaining, keep on doing the murmuring, complaining, but they won't do anything. They won't make up their mind. I'm looking for the action takers, the movers and the shakers, you guys. I'm looking for the people that are ready to do something, to say, you know what, I'm tired. I've been doing this. Well, I saw the way my mother's life turned out. My daddy's life, they still working. I was like, I'm going to create another life. I shouldn't have to wait till I'm 67 years old to create the life that I thought I was going to live. Y'all, Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security may not be here. What are y'all doing? Like, seriously. I know some of y'all are looking at the moon and the sky and the stars. You need to start looking at your life. No, seriously, take control. Be intentional about where you want to be and create the life that you love. Create the life that you know that you deserve. You know that there's something more out there for you. Does that sound amazing or not? Or yes? Doesn't it sound amazing? That's what I've done. That's what I've done. I work from home. You guys are going to see me and keep seeing me, because that's what I do. I'm taking my skills, my nursing skills, my management skills, my assistant director of nursing, my realtor skills, and I'm taking those skills and I'm using them over here, you guys, because what I'm going to tell you is some of the skills you already have, and you're already doing it for your current job. And maybe, like I said, if you're still sitting on the fence, you guys, let me tell you, shoot me a DM. If you go to my, let me see, If you go to my website, you guys, if you put your email in, it'll send you a letter. You can reply back to that email and it comes directly to me. It comes directly to me so I can answer any more questions for you guys. Well, I hope you like this whole teaching. This was fun. Today I came in with a strategic moment. I went live earlier, but I'm going to start teaching you guys about ways to help you with your business, to help you with your coaching. Maybe you're a leader, you're a coach, you're a teacher. Maybe you are a digital marketer. Maybe you are a business owner or a realtor. I want to help you be successful. And today, like I said, go back. If you haven't follow me on YT, because I have a page over there. Over here on TikTok, my videos are live in real time, but over there I go and upload these videos so you can watch them later. So if you missed this one, go over there and connect with me on YT, and you can watch the whole thing and some of my shorts, some of the things that you missed because you wasn't here during the live. Well, y'all, it's been great. I'm Shondra with Total Life Change Experience. Y'all be encouraged and you all be blessed. Okay? Happy Monday. I'll be back. I just may be back. I'm feeling really good today, y'all. Bye, Jennifer. You have a good evening, okay?